What's up, guys? Chris Godber from Q37. I am coming at you today with my custom exhaust video. Finally getting around to doing this, and it's been a long time coming, and I've just been so busy traveling with my music and playing shows that I really haven't had time to do the video. Actually, the video's just been sabotaged. I've actually had time and tried several times, but then my mic didn't work yesterday when I shot the video, and I didn't realize it until I got home and was editing it. And anyway, about the only time I have is when I'm going somewhere and I'm in the car. Anyway, here we are, custom exhaust video. I'm going to show you how and what I did exactly and how it sounds and all that jazz coming up. All right, I'm back, and like I said, been playing a lot. I've still got a lot of gigs even this week, so the only time I'm able to do a video like this is really when I'm in the car and edit it later. So here we are again. But speaking of music, those of you that watch my Welcome channel know I'm a saxophone player, and I'm also a respiratory therapist, hence the scrubs. I just got off work from the hospital, so I do that about 6 shifts a month, and then I play music the rest of the time. So music is life. The race car isn't life, it's a hobby. Music pays the bills, and it's what I love to do. So here's a quick clip from one of my recent shows. So yeah, if you like that, I'm on another YouTube channel, Chris Godber Sax, YouTube/Chris Godber Sax. It's also my handle for all my social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. All right, enough about that. The custom exhaust. So you may remember a few videos back, a few months ago, I did a review on the Manzo axle-back exhaust and why I bought it. And I love that exhaust. It's a great budget exhaust. If all you're trying to do is change the sound, it's really hard to get any better than that for the price point. I love that exhaust. The reason I'm changing it now is because I wanted to do a custom exhaust to do a tune. I'm wanting to open up a little bit more horsepower, and I wanted to increase the flow through there before I did that, just to see how much I can gain with a tune with minimal bolt-ons, and as always, budget friendly. So that's the name of the game and what we're trying to do there. And so anyway, found a shop that finally opened up after Hurricane Michael, almost a year later. We've got somebody that can build an exhaust again, and you know, because that's really important, you know, after a hurricane. So obviously those weren't priorities for me or anybody else. But anyway, they were willing to work with me and build an exhaust, and because of the money I was saving with the custom build by not going with one of the box exhaust companies, I was able to get some high flow cats from Z1 Motorsports. So I figure while they're building an exhaust for me under the car and doing all that, they might as well install those for me, because I did not want to do it. They're a pain in the butt. If you've ever done it before, you know, and it was well worth paying them to do it, and they didn't charge me very much, so it was definitely worth it. I'll get to all that at the end. But anyway, so the design, Z1 high flow cats into 2.5-inch piping all the way back. In the middle, we went with a resonated X pipe from Magnaflow, and it resonated to try to calm down some of the noise, because when you go with high flow cats, it increases the volume a lot. And that is actually one of the reasons I wasn't able to keep the Manzo mufflers. I love those, and I wanted to keep them, and they were part of what I intended to be the design of this exhaust, but they were just too loud. I tried it for about 2 weeks, and the drone was just crazy. It sounded good on the outside of the car. It really wasn't that loud on the outside, but for whatever reason on the inside, it was crazy loud. Even with my sound deadening material I've done in a separate video to help with the drone of the original Manzo axleback, The drone was crazy in here. It was just, it made your ears bleed, it made you deaf, and it was, all the drone was under 3,000 RPM, 3,000 and under. If you went above that, the frequency changed. It was a lot higher pitched and it was tolerable. But I'm not driving on the highway in third gear, you know, at 4,000 RPM. That's just not my style there, nor the gas mileage. So anything around town or anything, it was crazy. So I tried to let it break in, and the more it broke in, the louder it got. So that just wasn't going to work. We tried some resonators and nothing was really doing it. So I said, let's try this stock muffler I had in the shed. I know, stock muffler. We put that on, the drone went away, and it sounded great. Surprisingly, it does not sound stock at all because of everything else we've done to it. So yes, I've got the stock muffler on there. We've got the design, again, you know, Z1 high flow cats, 2.5 inch piping, resonated X pipe in the middle, Magnaflow. I'll list the part in the description. Into the stock muffler. I painted it black because it's kind of a mammoth of a part, and it looks really ugly under there, but I painted it black to kind of hide it, and we put custom tips on it so it doesn't look stock, since it doesn't sound stock. Anyway, enough about that. Here's how it sounds. To me, it just sounds very exotic. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I love it. It puts a smile on my face, and that's the end goal. But most importantly, I felt a pretty big kick in the butt dyno with the exhaust and the high flow cats. It's mostly the high flow cats, but definitely did feel it. I'm curious what's going to happen when we tune it, but I have hopes for definitely an increase. So we'll see. That'll be coming up in another video as well, but I'm going to go ahead and do the price breakdown with you here in just a second, get out the receipts and add everything up. But I know the exhaust itself was under $500, and then the high flow cats for $399, and then, you know, so we're still, you know, well under $1,000. And that's, you know, you look at the price of even the NVIDIA Gemini or the Motordynes or, you know, HKS and some of these other exhausts and things like that that don't come with high flow cats. So you're looking at, you know, $1,000 plus for most of those exhausts, and you don't get high flow cats. So I was able to build an exhaust for less than $500 that does what all those do and get high flow cats at the same time. So again, I'm trying to do things on a budget, and I'm showing you this along the way to hopefully inspire or give you some ideas for your build, and show you maybe where you can save some money as well. So I'm going to go ahead and list the prices real quick and go over this with you.
Alright guys, so breaking it down for you here, I already had the stock muffler, so of course that was free. I had some high temperature black spray paint around the house, so that was free, of course not essential. So really I was paying for the custom exhaust tips. They were there at the shop, I'm not sure the brand. They just had them on a shelf and I thought they looked nice, so I picked those out. They were 25 each, so it's 50 bucks, and they welded those onto my stock muffler. The 2.5-inch piping, and the 1.5 hours of labor for the build for 50 an hour comes out to 75. Then the rest was the piping and supplies and clamps, etc. So you add the $50 for the tips, the 75 for the labor, and the additional piping supplies. The shop bill came out to $328. The only other part I included other than my OEM muffler was the Magnaflow X pipe, and that was $117 on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the description. The one thing I'm not including here that was also included was the installation of the high flow cats. Now I'll show that separately, as of course an exhaust isn't going to come with those if you buy one. So that was an additional 2 hours to install those. But the exhaust build itself, if you weren't doing high flow cats, comes out to $445. Now again, since I was able to build the exhaust at a more affordable price than buying one, I was able to justify buying the Z1 high flow cats while I was at it. And so I did that, and that made a huge difference, but still came out ahead of buying one of the Motordynes or something like that in that price category. And I had them install the high flow cats while they're building the exhaust, because again, they're just a pain to put in, and they were in there anyway. And they didn't charge me very much to put them in. They charged 2 hours of labor at $50 an hour. It is well worth paying somebody $100 to put those bad boys on. So when it was all said and done, I was able to build a custom exhaust and get high flow cats installed for about the price of an NVIDIA Gemini box exhaust or something like that, and much less than a Motordyne.
Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Please click like and subscribe and hit that bell notification if you haven't already. Again, I'll be tuning this soon, so that'll be the next video. And I'm finishing my dash. I am recovering it, getting rid of these cracks altogether. We're going to go with Alcantara, so stay tuned for that as well. I'll see you guys next time. There we go. And there's a cop.